Here's the weather in some cities around the country. New York, mostly cloudy, 36. Miami, sunny and cool, 60. Chicago, partly cloudy, 27. Denver, sunny, 45. Los Angeles, partly cloudy, and 74. Time now for a check on the national forecast. This morning's satellite picture shows a thick blanket of clouds hanging over the Ohio Valley and central Appalachians, where it's currently snowing. It's a clear but very crisp morning across the deep south, with cloud-free skies in the plains and Rockies as well. Later today, a few showers may develop along the Pacific coast, but for the most part, the west will be dry. It'll be sunny across the plains, with a clear but chilly day expected in the deep south. The central Appalachians and mid-Atlantic states can expect a 1 to 3 inch snowfall, while the northeast may be dusted by a few passing flurries. In sports, after an exhausting climb, the Minnesota Timberwolves are tied at the top of the NBA's Midwest Division. Kevin Garnett recorded his 13th career triple-double to help Minnesota win its 4th in a row, 114-109 over the Dallas Mavericks. In Portland, Zach Randolph had 29 points and 20 rebounds as the Trailblazers improved to 12-3 at home. The Blazers trailed by as many as 6 in the second half before handing the Phoenix Suns their 6th straight road loss, 101-94. The Sacramento Kings won the only other NBA game. Former New Jersey Net Alonzo Mourning is expected to undergo kidney transplant surgery today. Kidney disease forced Mourning to retire last month. In his 12-year career, the former Georgetown star was a 7-time NBA All-Star and 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. In NCAA football action, Ben Roethlisberger ended his college career in style. Roethlisberger passed for 376 yards and 4 first-half touchdowns to lead 14th-ranked Miami of Ohio to a 49-28 win over Louisville in the GMAC Bowl at Mobile. When we return, another look at this morning's top stories and the Ohio sniper shootings, new developments as 2 school buses are hit by gunshots.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Giving, helping, doing. Because we live here too, and we believe good works.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Honey, I got that dessert you like.
Oh, great.
Oh, and look what else I got. Honey, kids. Relax, it's new natural citrus Listerine. It's less intense.
Sure. All right, sounds good.
Introducing new natural citrus Listerine. All the same germ-killing power to fight plaque. Now in a new citrus flavor that's less intense. For a cleaner, healthier mouth. You can handle it. Germs can't.
Getting a cold? Get Zicam Nasal Cold Remedy. Start using it when you first feel a cold coming on. It'll shorten the length and severity of your cold, so you can get over it 3 times faster. Get Zicam and get over your cold 3 times faster.
This is Uncle Ben's flavorful rice.
Delicious natural flavor in every grain. Introducing Uncle Ben's flavorful rice. Bring more to the table with Uncle.
You'll find that many of the designer suits that we sell for $200 are made with the same quality and care as those that others sell for twice as much, which probably explains why we can sell so many of them, which in turn explains why we can sell them for $200.
100% wool, $200. Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
To contact the store nearest you, call 1-800-776-SUIT.
It's 1st and 10 at the 2003 NCAA Division III Football Championship, hosted by the City of Salem and the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. The hard-hitting action takes place December 20th at Salem Stadium in Salem, Virginia. To tackle your tickets, call 540-375-3004 or log on to ncaasports.com.
On the CBS Morning News, here's a look at today's weather. Periods of light snow will produce a 1 to 3 inch snowfall around the central Appalachians and mid-Atlantic states, while the deep south stays clear but chilly. It'll be sunny in the plains and the Rockies. Here's Here's another look at our top stories. Prosecutors in California have formally charged Michael Jackson with child molestation. Jackson remains free on bail, but was not present when the charges were unsealed. His attorney said the allegations are false. And a federal appeals court ruled that terror suspects being held in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, should have access to lawyers. The decision is a setback for the Bush administration's war on terror. Most schools in the Columbus, Ohio area are closed for a second day today as officials investigate a series of highway shootings. Classes were canceled so all school buses could be inspected after bullets hit 2 of them. Elizabeth Sanchez has more.
If a serial shooter is at work near Columbus, Ohio, police say the latest target could have been children. Investigators say 2 school buses were struck by gunfire. The bullets hit just inches from where students sit.
The 2 strikes on the back of the buses were caused by a bullet. But there is no forensic evidence to compare with any of the other bullets that we have.
While officials spent the day inspecting the district's 200 buses, classes were canceled for 20,000 school kids.
Actually, I think it was a good idea with this lunatic or whatever you want to call him running around. You just never know.
Detectives have been hunting a possible sniper since last month when an Ohio grandmother was killed by a single bullet along Interstate 270 near Columbus. After that shooting, other victims came forward, and police say 16 shootings since last May are connected. Although detectives believe the shooter or shooters are familiar with their surroundings, they seem to pick their targets at random. A school, cars, trucks, and vans have all been hit at various times of the day and night. On Monday, investigators linked another bullet fired at a house to the shooting spree.
To the person or persons responsible, we continue to seek a dialogue with you.
With more bullets than deaths, investigators are looking to chase down the shooter before the odds turn against them. Elizabeth Sanchez, CBS News, Columbus.
This morning on the early show, $1 Million Survivor winner Sandra Diaz-Twine. Also, Lord of the Rings star Elijah Wood. I'm Tracy Smith, and this is the CBS Morning News.
It's the JCPenney Last Big Saturday Sale. Saturday only, save 20 to 60% off great gifts store-wide, plus incredible doorbusters starting at 7 a.m. Or give JCPenney gift cards, the perfect last-minute gift.
It's all the inside.
JCPenney.
I'm just like you. I work hard every day. Back pain or not, because I get big relief from the new Icy Hot Back Patch.
Bigger than ordinary patches. First, it's icy to dull the pain, then hot to relax it away. New Icy Hot Back Patch.
Count on me.
Everyone's mad about Scotch Plaid. Unlike ordinary tape, Scotch brand gift wrap tape disappears, so gifts look more beautiful.
She's so mad about, he's so mad about, they're so mad about, we're mad about Plaid.
Look for the purple Plaid, gift wrap tape that disappears from Scotch.
The original Blue Star ointment stops itching fast. Minor skin irritations, ringworm, athlete's foot, scalp itch, winter itch, jock itch, psoriasis, dry, cracked feet. Blue Star ointment. Ask for it.
Over 20 decorated Christmas trees are on display at Festival of Trees in the former Grand Piano Building in downtown Roanoke. The display will be open through Christmas Eve during these hours. Admission is $4 for adults, $1 for children. Festival of Trees.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across.
Friday at 5:30 on your hometown station.
We're ready to play the feud. When you're playing to win, name something that might have a ring around it. A Jimbo sweet potato.
Be ready to answer appropriately.
Name something a jockey needs.
Truck strap. I can't believe I said that.
You can play along. Fight, fight, fight on Family Feud.
Weekdays at 10 and 10:30 on your hometown station.
In Hollywood, the annual award season kicks off with the Golden Globe nominations. They're often the first clue to the year's Academy Award frontrunners. They announced the nominees yesterday. Manuel Gallegos has our report.
This war is lost.
A dark Civil War story, a quirky comedy, and a tale of 3 friends connected through crime. Mystic River, Lost in Translation, and Cold Mountain lead the nominations for this year's Golden Globes. They're up against 3 other big-budget epics for the Best Dramatic Movie of the Year: Seabiscuit, Master and Commander, and Lord of the Rings. Tom Cruise and Ken Watanabe are both nominated for The Last Samurai. The movie itself was overlooked. Jude Law, Sean Penn, Ben Kingsley, and Russell Crowe will all compete with Cruise for the Best Dramatic Actor statue.
Carl, that's great.
It was also a good year for dramatic women's roles. Cate Blanchett got the nod for playing journalist Veronica Guerin. She's up against Nicole Kidman, relative newcomer Scarlett Johansson, and Uma Thurman for Kill Bill.
I mean, it's a very unusual kind of movie without your kind of classic female part.
For television, Best Drama Series nominations went to 24, CSI, Nip Tuck, 6 Feet Under, and The West Wing. And for TV comedy, Arrested Development, Monk, The Office, Sex and the City, and Will and Grace. The foreign journalists who choose the winners showed their sense of humor by nominating Billy Bob Thornton for his role as an obnoxious Santa Claus in Bad Santa. The ceremony will be held January 25th, and for the nominees, it's sort of a dress rehearsal for the Oscars. Manuel Gallegos, CBS News, Hollywood.
That's the CBS Morning News for this Friday. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you'll join us later for the early show. I'm Tracy Smith. Have a great weekend.
For news 24 hours a day, log on to cbsnews.com. CBS News.
Coming up, what's inside Harry Smith's refrigerator? Find out when Bobby Flay shows up with our cameras to cook lunch at Harry's house. And it's all a big surprise. Plus Nicole Kidman on The Early Show.
The playoff pressure intensifies. Miami battles Buffalo. Cincinnati collides with St. Louis. Tennessee takes on Houston. Sunday on CBS.
One good thing about living out here is you've got room for any kind of animal you want. Show them, boys. Well, no matter what animal you've got, we've got what you need to keep it in blue ribbon form. Out here, we take care of our friends, no matter how many legs they've got.
This is Aaron Moyer, stationed up here at Allison Air Force Base outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. I want to say hello to all my family and friends back in Martinsville, Virginia. Happy holidays.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Wesley Poindexter, currently deployed at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. I'd like to send season greetings to my family back in Roanoke, Virginia, my mom, my sister Carolyn, my brother Xavier, and my brother Michael. God bless you all.
WDBJ7 salutes our troops.
Covering your hometown from newsrooms across the region. This is News 7 Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 7 Morning on this Friday. I'm Kimberly McBroom.
And I'm Brett Watson from meteorologist Leo Hirschberger. The vacation season has begun.
It has begun, and the snow season has begun.
It has.
Not everybody saw snow showers, though.
Not everybody. In fact, if you wake up this morning, we've been talking about snow showers yesterday. In fact, for the past couple of days, you're waking up, where's the snow? Well, Some folks got it, some folks didn't, and the places that did get it have seen anywhere from a dusting to 2 inches or so of snow. The rest of us, nothing. So we'll continue to see just some flurries here in the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg, and Danville. The places that can see the snow and have seen it, places like the New River Valley, also in Lewisburg, Grayson County, folks in that area still under the winter storm warning for the rest of the afternoon and through tomorrow, in fact, for anywhere from another 1 to 3 inches possible in some of those, mainly just the higher elevations. So
now, the weather still affecting school schedules.
Sure
we'll
is.
continue updating that list at the top of your screen. All right, thanks, Brad.
All right.
In the news this morning, James Edward Reed got an extension on his life just hours before he was scheduled to die. Reed is the convicted killer of Annie Lester, an 87-year-old Christiansburg woman. A federal appeals court issued a stay of his execution on Wednesday. Last night, just 2 hours before he was scheduled to die by lethal injection, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay. Reed is arguing that lethal injection constitutes a form of cruel and unusual punishment.
It appears to be an illusion now that lethal injection is a very peaceful, nice process, when in fact it's beginning to appear that it's anything but. What we're learning is that it's a horrifying process involving somebody being absolutely paralyzed and slowly feeling the tremendous pain of suffocation and death while being unable to communicate.
The U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear a case similar to Reed's in June. Reed's future will likely hinge on that outcome. Jurors will decide the future of Lee Malvo now that they found him guilty in last year's sniper attacks. The jury found the teenager guilty on 2 counts of capital murder. Today, jurors began the sentencing phase, which will determine if Malvo lives or dies. The judge is allowing family members of sniper victims to talk about their loss. Bob Myers lost his brother Dean, who was fatally shot at a gas station. Malvo's accomplice, John Muhammad, was convicted in that murder.
We are extremely pleased with the verdict, believe that justice has been served, and we appreciate the opportunity now to move into the sentencing phase.
During the penalty phase, defense attorneys are expected to describe Malvo's abusive childhood, something that could win sympathy with the jury. Witnesses say 2 American soldiers were killed when a U.S. military tanker truck exploded today on a road outside Baghdad. They say it was a homemade bomb that blew up the tanker, which also wounded an American soldier. However, the U.S. military hasn't yet confirmed any of that. Television footage in Iraq showed clouds of black smoke rising from the tanker about 20 miles outside the capital. The Bush administration says it'll challenge 2 rulings by 2 different courts. First, a federal appeals court ruled President Bush has no authority to hold U.S. citizens as enemy combatants, and for that reason, former gang member Jose Padilla should go free. He was accused of being involved in a plot to detonate a dirty bomb. Another federal appeals court ruled that Guantanamo Bay prisoners should have access to attorneys. It's a plan that could take 500,000 trucks a year off Interstate 81. A state study says major improvements to Virginia's rail system could make a major difference on the highway. The State Department of Rail and Public Transportation commissioned the study. It suggests that $492 million in improvements could reduce tractor-trailer traffic on the interstate by 5% by the year 2020. Officials say I-81 typically handles more than twice the truck volume it was designed to handle. Some old neighborhoods in Roanoke are about to get a new lease on life. It's all part of the city's neighborhood revitalization initiative. Those on tap for a facelift are the Gainsboro and Gilmer Avenue neighborhoods in northwest Roanoke. Last night, residents gathered for an informational meeting at Lucy Addison Magnet School. They heard how the city has already spent more than $6 million making improvements between Jameson and Bullitt Avenue in southeast Roanoke.
It's an improving community, and it's a community that, with the assistance of the other neighborhoods in Roanoke and the city administration and council, is beginning to take back its former glory days.
To accomplish that, residents can apply for no-interest loans to help fix up their homes. The city also plans to buy vacant lots and fill them with new houses. Other improvements include easing traffic, increasing green space, and providing grants to area businesses.
It really does a lot for the neighborhood, and it improves the overall appearance of the city from Hotel Roanoke up to St. Andrew's Catholic Church.
The city plans to spend nearly $20 million in the Gainsboro, Gilmer Avenue areas. Construction is set to begin this summer, and the entire project will take nearly 3 years to complete. In sports, Miguel Tejada slipped into a Baltimore Orioles jersey with his name and the number 10 on the back. The Orioles put their new shortstop on display yesterday. Tejada, who won the 2002 AL MVP award with the Oakland Athletics, agreed to a $72 million six-year contract on Sunday. Now let's take a look at the scoreboards. And Brent Watts is our guest weathercaster this morning. What's going to happen this weekend, Brent?
Looks like the weekend will improve, but for today, we're still seeing those scattered snow showers out there. Some of the heavier bands, the very bright white right now in parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, also in the far southwest Virginia. Those are the ones that we're watching to put down quite a bit of snow in a short amount of time. And it looks like the heaviest bands will stay in these areas. That's the folks that have seen those snow showers. Some also making their way over the mountains and places like Bluefield, also in the New River Valley, Pearisburg. So again, folks in the New River Valley, not out of the question to see some snow showers, but not really all that impressive. For the rest of us, we'll just see flurries off and on. Here's some of the snowfall totals. Places Smith County, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches in the lower elevations, and it's been mainly the western slopes that have seen the most, 4 to 6 inches there on some of the slopes, 2 to 4 in Mercer, West Virginia, and a couple of reports out of Narrows today, 1 to 2 inches. But still, again, on the backside, as this system moves on through, we'll continue to see some of those snow showers, again, mainly in far southwest Virginia and into the mountains. Because of that, the National Weather Service still has the winter storm warnings through mainly Wytheville, places like Tazewell, Smith counties, and then advisories for all of the places in the yellow located on the map for some moderate snowfall there. Temperatures will be very cold today. Right now, 33 Roanoke, 34 Lynchburg. We're not going to get much above where we are right now, with even some 20s as we head into Beckley and Lewisburg. Let's break it down by region. For the greater Roanoke Valley, mostly cloudy with mainly just flurries today. Highs in the low to mid 30s. Overnight lows will be very chilly with some flurries and cloudy skies, 20s for the low. Lynchburg's not a chance of seeing any major snowfall, but still some flurries not out of the question today under variably cloudy skies and cold temperatures overnight as well, with lows in the 20s and highs in the 30s. Southside, variably cloudy with some flurries, maybe some light snow, and not a whole lot, but temperatures in the 30s and upper 30s, and then overnight lows in the 20s tonight. Very cold and cloudy. New River in southwest Virginia, mostly cloudy. You folks could see anywhere from coating on the ground to 1, maybe even 2 inches in some of the higher elevations today, with temperatures only in the upper 20s and low 30s, and then some flurries and light snow possible overnight, teens and 20s for the low. Highlands of West Virginia, winter weather advisory for you folks with periods of light snow, highs in the 20s, and cloudy with snow showers continuing overnight, lows in the teens. Saturday looking better, but not really all that warmer, 34 for the high with increasing sunshine. Lots of sunshine on Sunday, 42 for the high, and then our next chance of some precipitation comes on Tuesday and Wednesday, right now in the form of some rain showers, but that could change.
Maybe a little white on the ground for Christmas. We'll have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see. Are you a baker?
I love to bake, but I don't do it very often because then I have to eat what I bake, and that's normally cakes and cookies, and don't want those around all the
Bring it in, and I could eat what you
Well,
bake.
that's
I mean,
true.
if you really ever have any of you out there who have the urge or just afraid to eat it, just
Bring
send
it
it
to
here.
this guy.
Trust me, most of us could take care of it. We are going to be talking about some holiday baking tips. We're also going to be talking about the way to present things properly, not properly, but nicely for your holiday table. It's coming up when News 7 Morning returns.
Due to technical problems beyond their control, WDBJ7 lost transmitter power Sunday night during the Survivor finale, and many people in our viewing area were not able to see it. CBS has granted your hometown station permission to rebroadcast the Survivor finale and reunion show Friday night from 8 to 11. CBS shows normally seen Friday night will air at these times. Joan of Arcadia can be seen Saturday night at 11:35. Jag can be seen Sunday night at 11:35, followed by The Handler at 12:35 a.m.
Wrap it up, I'll take it. Wrap it up, I'll take it.
Chevy's wrapping up the year with 0% APR financing on the full line of 2004 Chevy SUVs. Or get $2,500 cash back on Tahoe and Suburban. Or choose $3,500 total cash back on Trailblazer. The Chevy year-end wrap-up. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Wrap it up! On the next Live with Regis and Kelly.
It's his time.
Liv Tyler gives us a sneak peek at Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Plus, what's it like having 12 kids?
I'm one of 7 kids, so I can relate.
From the movie comedy Cheaper by the Dozen, Life with Bonnie's Bonnie Hunt has the scoop. And Monday, we've got even more stars. Ewan McGregor, Kirsten Dunst, and Sarah McLachlan.
I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this.
All on Live with Regis and Kelly.
Friday morning at 9 on your hometown station, WDBJ7.
And welcome back to News 7 Morning. Snowfall amounts anywhere from none to 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah, none here really in the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg. Some places again seeing a coating out there. Continue to keep the snow showers mainly in the New River Valley for the rest of today and tonight. For the rest of us, just some snow flurries. Here's your temperature scale as far as today. We're going to stay on the cold side. Highs only in the low to mid-30s in the Roanoke Valley. Places in the New River Valley and in the mountains of West Virginia will likely never make it out of the 20s. So a very chilly day, and it looks like we do have some school closings out there.
Yes, we do.
Places that did see snow. It is certainly sticking, so certainly be careful.
Okay, keep watching the top of your screen
That's
for
right.
more updates on those school closings. In business news this morning, stocks rallied yesterday. Alexis Christoforous has that story and more in this morning's Market Watch.
The stock market looks to end the year with a bang. The Dow clocked another triple-digit gain on more good news about the economy. In the last session, the Dow powered ahead 102 points, topping the 10,200 level. The Nasdaq benefited from a tech rally to rise nearly 35 points. Microsoft is being sued by its longtime rival, Real Networks. The internet media company claims Microsoft violated antitrust laws. It accuses the software giant of illegally using its Windows monopoly to limit consumer choice in digital media. Nike is a stock to watch today. The company ran past Wall Street's profit estimates. Strong sales of its sneakers and apparel pushed profits up 18%. And keep your eye on media stocks. MGM rallied yesterday on a report that Time Warner is in talks to buy the movie studio. And Walmart is breaking into the online music world. The discount retailer started testing a new 88-cent per song online music service. It's trying to capture more of the music market at a price that undercuts the 99-cent standard of its competition. Walmart plans to roll out its online music store nationwide next year. And if you haven't locked in that mortgage rate yet, good news. Rates inched down again this week. The average for a 30-year rate is 5.82%, down from 5.88%. The 15-year, popular among refinancers, fell to 5.14%. That is down from 5.24%. You can track your stocks at cbs.marketwatch.com. In New York, I'm Alexis Christoforous.
Now it makes me feel good.
These quarter-carat pendants for only $99 each.
Now that's good.
This half-carat earrings and pendant set for just $2.99? Perfect.
Feel good. Shop Friedman's.
CBS Sunday on TV's most watched new drama, Cold Case, a hitchhiker's murder.
Young white male walked into the woods, shot once in the chest.
Looks exactly like a crime from the past.
They think they got a serial murder?
Sounds like it.
And the prime suspect.
Henry Floyd, overall menace to society.
He's playing one hell of a game.
He beats a polygraph.
He never spiked.
With Detective Lily Rush.
Come closer, Dolly. I want to tell you something.
All new Cold Case, CBS Sunday.
It's 1st and 10 at the 2003 NCAA Division III Football Championship, hosted by the City of Salem and the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. The hard-hitting action takes place December the 20th at Salem Stadium in Salem, Virginia. To tackle your tickets, call 540-375-3004 or log on to ncaasports.com.
It's a feel-good. Now it makes me feel good.
Half-carat gift set at Friedman's for just $1.99.
Now that's good. A 1-carat ring for only $2.99?
I love it.
Feel good. Shop Friedman's.
This is News 7 Morning with Kimberly McBroom, meteorologist Leo Hurstbrunner, and Steve Pardon.
And welcome back to News 7 Morning on Friday, December 19th.
And we're still seeing some snow showers out there this morning, mainly in the places that are at the top of your screen, places like Smith County, Tazewell. Folks, there will continue to see some snow showers throughout the rest of today. Clouds continue to be the main factor, as well as cold temperatures across the region, so we're not expecting a big-time warm-up. If you're doing some traveling, we're in pretty good shape across most of the nation, but in the nation's capital, you'll continue to see some light snow showers there. Greensboro looking pretty good. A little windy in Chicago. Those might be some delay factors there, but otherwise looking pretty good. Warm spot, of course, is Miami, 68 degrees. But, you know, it's this time of year. It's supposed to be cold.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Then after Christmas, it can start warming up.
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned. All right, thanks, Brent. Back to the news now. Authorities have made an arrest in the murder of a Roanoke woman. 23-year-old Nisha Edwards was shot to death while sitting in a car outside of her apartment on Bennett Drive around 4 o'clock yesterday morning. According to police, 2 hours before she was killed, Edwards obtained a warrant against 26-year-old Carl Lamont Richardson, saying he had threatened to kill her. He was arrested a few hours after the shooting and is being held on a murder charge at the Roanoke City Jail without bond. Nisha Edwards was a student at the Bar Palma Beauty Careers Academy, and school officials say she'll be missed.
Well liked by the students and seemed to have a lot of friends here. Obviously, from the reaction of everyone this morning, you know, she was very well liked and seemed to be a very positive type student while she was here.
An acquaintance of Edwards, 22-year-old Sean Webb, was wounded in the shooting. He's in fair condition at Roanoke Memorial Hospital. A Roanoke man will spend the next 76 years in prison after shooting a Florida tourist back in March. 27-year-old Derek Waukee Smith pled guilty to shooting Ryan Tabuada several times during a robbery attempt and then stealing the man's vehicle while his little girl was still inside. The mother of one of Smith's children testified on his behalf. Kiana Howard says Smith should pay for his crimes, but doesn't want her little boy to grow up without a dad. Ryan Tabuada was not at the sentencing, but is said to be recovering from his wounds in Florida. A week-long trip to the Middle East ended with some tense moments for 6th District Congressman Bob Goodlatte. The plane carrying Goodlatte out of Baghdad yesterday took evasive action after equipment detected a possible missile launch. It turned out to be a false alarm, and the Roanoke Republican says he was encouraged by what he witnessed in Iraq. Goodlatte traveled with 5 other members of Congress to Afghanistan, Kuwait, and Iraq. In a conference call with reporters yesterday afternoon, he said he believes coalition forces are making steady progress with the security challenge there.
One of the strongest indications of that is the fact that the attacks, which are still going on, although they reached a peak during Ramadan, and they're now below about half of the number of attacks that were occurring each day during Ramadan.
Goodlatte said he also enjoyed the chance to visit with many Virginians who are serving in Afghanistan and Iraq, including Doug Richards of Roanoke, an airman stationed in Baghdad. Senator George Allen is helping a local university reach a new goal. Virginia Tech is trying to be one of the top 30 schools in the nation for research. Senator Allen says he's pushed Congress to come up with an estimated $13 million in recent weeks just for tech. The money will be used for dozens of projects at the university that'll focus on new technologies, homeland security, medical research, and agriculture. Allen says the money will mean more jobs for the New River Valley.
From these capabilities spawn small businesses that commercialize some of these applications. They end up wanting to be near the research university, where you have the professors, where you have the students, where you have the laboratories, and of course this corporate research park is a prime example.
Tech leaders say for every $1 million invested in research, 60 new high-paying jobs are created. Stay with us. News 7 Morning will continue.
Daphne's old boyfriend's in town.
What brings you to Seattle?
My undying love for you. Oh, damn, I meant to lead up to that. But will a little white lie
I'd like you to meet Dr. Niles Crane, my husband.
lead to a big family fib? What do you know? It's Maris.
You are eating for two.
I was an astronaut. My brother is impotent. Ah, what a tangled web. Do I still live here? On Frasier.
Friday night at 7:30 on your hometown station. One new love.
He's terrific.
One fresh romance.
Wait till you meet him.
One two-time and jerk.
He's got them both convinced that he dumped the other one.
So what is your graduate? He works on Wall Street. So does mine. He has an incredible body.
Mine. What's the name of the guy you're going with?
Craig. Your boyfriend's name is Craig? Mine too.
For God's sake, you're both seeing the same guy.
What?
Next Becker.
I'm such a loser. I'm the loser.
You're both losers.
Friday afternoon at 4 on your hometown station.
Magic City Ford has found a way for you to finally drive the car of your dreams. Did you know that you can drive this Mustang for only $5 a day?
Only $5 a day?
And you could drive this Mustang GT for less than $7 a day. $7 a day? I'll take it. And you could drive your whole family in this limited three-star for less than $375 a month.
Wow, that's a great deal.
At Magic City Ford, we won't be undersold by anyone.
News 7 Weather Report is brought to you by Magic City Ford.
Well, let's check out live conditions here at the Digital Broadcast Center. Very cold, 32 degrees. Winds are still up there, anywhere from about 5 to 10 miles per hour with some higher gusts. We had an 18-mile-per-hour gust not too long ago. Dew point at 22 right now across the rest of the region. Withville is the cold spot, 25 right now. Winds still picking up there as well. No rain, but some snow there. Franklin County also coming in at 35 degrees, 30 at Jackson River. Temperatures on the wider scale showing up and down the East Coast in the 30s and some 20s towards Columbus and Pittsburgh. Folks there are locked in with that cold temperature profile, and that will continue to slide on in for the rest of today. Still some bands of snow showers moving through portions of southwestern Virginia, also into the New River Valley. Places like Pearisburg, into Giles County and Montgomery County also seeing some snow showers. We'll continue to see these bands move on in throughout the day. Again, most of them fairly light, but some of the bright white bands could put down anywhere from a coating to an inch in a short amount of time. So again, places that have already seen snow will continue to see those. That area of low pressure continues to rotate. It's going to move off the coast, and tomorrow will be well up into New England, but we'll still have snow showers on the back side of that. Also, we'll keep the clouds in place for most of the day, and that will allow temperatures to only warm up a couple of degrees. For today, mostly cloudy, snow showers in the mountains. Flurries here in the Roanoke Valley with temperatures anywhere from 28 in Lewisburg to about 37 in Danville, and we'll keep the clouds around overnight with some light snow and then some flurries, lows in the teens. Looking pretty good Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then we'll return the precipitation chance on Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, it looks like it's going to be rain. Latest computer models make it a little bit colder. You know what that means, Steve? I'll pay close attention to that, and we'll keep you up to date.
Possibility for a white Christmas if it got a little bit colder. Possibility for putting out some tasty treats is probably very high for most people over the next couple of days. I had the opportunity to speak with home economist Mary Rappaport, and I asked her to give us some tips on what you can do to make your presentation look nice.
Easy tips. Right here, we've just sprinkled a platter of cookies with colorful candy kisses. The next one right here, this is a great tip. Get a platter at the dollar store. Combine store-bought colorful things with your own ones that you've made, and you get really a big bang for your buck there. Right here I have some madeleines that I made that I dipped in chocolate, or you can even take regular chocolate, like melted chocolate chips, and just dribble it all over the place. It just adds to the
Adding
look
a little
of
bit
it.
of chocolate always makes something
Always.
good. Now you have this cake right
I
here.
have a
Tell me
red
what you're
velvet
doing.
cake, which I'm going to frost with either, you can use whipped cream or Cool Whip. And then, of course, you keep it refrigerated. Notice what I've done here is I have plastic underneath it, a wax paper underneath it. When you're finished, you just slip this out and you have a clean plate.
So you can do it right there on the plate you're going
Right
to be
there on the plate.
Now, what are you doing with the wax paper on top?
What I have here, this is an easy way of doing an icing. On the top, if you don't want to do a high-fat icing, use just a little bit of powdered sugar, and then you take the strips off, and you have sort of a neat-looking design on the top of your cake like that. Neat, huh? Isn't that great? And then very low in calories. You get more bang for your buck by doing cookies in a pan like this. Takes a lot less time. And again, cut them when they're in here. Actually, if you cut them when they're almost frozen, it's really better. They come out better. Little powdered sugar on that. And then when it comes to eggnog or boiled eggnog, serve it in a pitcher. It serves much better than when you're using a ladle.
And we're getting 2 for the price of 1 when we get the espresso cups.
Well, you use little espresso cups, and then that way you don't have to worry about, gee, this is so calorie, rich, and this is so high fat. Then you have just a delicious, small little taste of eggnog.
Couple of tips for you. Coming up in a few moments, we're going to give you some baking tips. A lot of people just kick off the holidays doing some baking. Maybe they don't do it all year long. We'll give you some tips on how to make sure it comes out correctly when News 7 Morning returns.
I was thinking maybe we should
go for a handsome cab ride?
Jerry's dating a sentence finisher.
How's it going with my friend?
It's like dating Mad Libs.
And George is keeping his record.
Hey, look at the high score. That's not you, is it?
I can't believe it's still standing.
From being finished off.
I'm buying the Frogger machine.
Once you unplug the machine, all the scores will be erased.
Will his legend live on?
I've been preparing for this moment my entire life.
On the next Seinfeld.
Friday night at 7 on your hometown station, WDBJ7.
I'm meteorologist Robin Reed with news of an exciting new weather tool for your computer, the WDBJ Weather Bug. Just log on to WDBJ7.com and click on the Weather Bug icon. Once your free download is complete, you'll have access to forecasts, area webcams, and much more. The National Weather Service issues an alert. The WDBJ Weather Bug immediately alerts you right on your computer screen. Visit WDBJ7.com for your free download.
Due to technical problems beyond their control, WDBJ7 lost transmitter power Sunday night during the Survivor finale, and many people in our viewing area were not able to see it. CBS has granted your hometown station permission to rebroadcast the Survivor finale and reunion show Friday night from 8 to 11. CBS shows normally seen Friday night will air at these times. Of Arcadia can be seen Saturday night at 11:35. Jag can be seen Sunday night at 11:35, followed by The Handler at 12:35 a.m.
Good morning. Here's a look at today's top stories. Just hours before he was scheduled to die, convicted killer James Reed was given a reprieve. Last night, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay of execution that was issued by a federal appeals court on Wednesday. Today, jurors began hearing testimony in the sentencing phase of Lee Malvo's trial. Yesterday, the sniper was convicted on 2 counts of capital murder. And getting Virginia's rail system back on track could significantly reduce tractor-trailer traffic on Interstate 81. A new study says it could take 500,000 trucks off the highway each year.
Snow showers expected in the places that have already seen them. Flurries expected elsewhere. Cold temperatures all around.
If you're planning on getting some of those cookies and cakes ready this weekend, we'll have some baking tips for you.
Sounds good. Start your Friday with us. News 7 Morning. We'll be right back.
Oh, check out the new hottie. Baby, man, I think I've died and gone to breakfast.
Jeez, fresh coffee, hot breakfast.
She can bring home my bacon anytime.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. For added safety, 2 supplemental side airbags. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 72 months or up to $4,000 in cash allowances. Plus, get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hey, guys, welcome to Jiffy Lube. This car. It's not a car, it's the Bearmobile. Don't worry, fellas, the Bearmobile's in good hands.
Make sure you make it to your next road game. Trust your car to the top team in the business, the Jet Team.
Mobile is good to go. Thank you. All right.
Bear steak! Get that chicken!
Jiffy Lube, the well-oiled machine.
Stop by on it Wednesday for Crazy Day, 1999 oil changes.
It's not your job.
It's not your accent.
Not your clothes. It's not your car.
It's not your lipstick.
It's not your friends. It's not your shoes.
It's not your laugh. It's not your hair.
your watch.
You can tell more about a person by the watch they wear than anything else. Seiko Kinetic, powered by the movement of your body.
Seiko at Fink's Jewelers.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Well, hello, my little love schmuffin. What? We could make beautiful breakfast together, eh? Wait.
Jeez, fresh coffee, hot breakfast.
I always heard the English word shy.
Covering your hometown from newsrooms across the region. This is News 7 Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 7 Morning on this Friday. I'm Kimberly McBroom.
Hey, good morning. I'm Brent Watson for meteorologist Leo Hirschbrenner. Still some snow showers out there.
Still some snow showers.
Yeah, some places seeing a coating to an inch or so, other places 0, and that's been the case here in the Roanoke Valley.
So, a few flurries flying yesterday.
Yeah, just kind of enough to get everybody in the Christmas spirit, but also causing some problems across portions of the region. Here's the temperatures today. We can expect highs only in the upper 20s, places like Lewisburg into Galax, and then Blacksburg, making it up to about 30 degrees, mid to upper 30s as you head into Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Danville. So cold all around. Just some flurries possible here in the Roanoke, Lynchburg, Danville areas. And then again, we'll keep the snow showers mainly on the western slopes of some of the higher elevations, but still causing some problems this morning. Of course, the school
A lot
closings,
of schools. Yeah, the top of your screen. We'll continue updating those.
That's right.
All right. In the news this morning, he was scheduled to be executed last night, but James Edward Reed is still alive. Reed is the convicted killer of Annie Lester, an 87-year-old Christiansburg woman. A federal appeals court issued a stay of his execution on Wednesday. Last night, just 2 hours before he was scheduled to die by lethal injection, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay. Reed is arguing that lethal injection constitutes a form of cruel and unusual punishment.
It appears to be an illusion now that lethal injection is a very peaceful, nice process, when in fact it's beginning to appear that it's anything but. We're learning is that it's a horrifying process involving somebody being absolutely paralyzed and slowly feeling the tremendous pain of suffocation and death while being unable to communicate.
The U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear a case similar to Reed's in June. Reed's future will likely hinge on that outcome. A Virginia jury must now decide if convicted sniper Lee Malvo deserves to die for his crimes. The jury found the teenager guilty on 2 counts of capital murder. Today, jurors will begin the sentencing phase, which will determine if Malvo lives or dies. The judge is allowing family members of sniper victims to talk about their loss. Bob Myers lost his brother Dean, who was fatally shot at a gas station. Malvo's accomplice, John Muhammad, was convicted in that murder.
We are extremely pleased with the verdict, believe that justice has been served, and we appreciate the opportunity now to move into the sentencing phase.
During the penalty phase, defense attorneys are expected to describe Malvo's abusive childhood, something that could win sympathy with the jury. A U.S. military tanker truck has reportedly exploded on a road outside of Baghdad. Witnesses say 2 American soldiers were killed when the truck exploded today on a road outside the capital. They say it was a homemade bomb that blew up the tanker, which also wounded an American soldier. However, the U.S. military hasn't yet confirmed any of that. TV footage in Iraq showed clouds of black smoke rising from the tanker about 20 miles outside the capital. The Bush administration's war on terror is dealing with a couple of setbacks from not 1, but 2 federal rulings. First, a federal appeals court ruled President Bush has no authority to hold U.S. citizens as enemy combatants. And for that reason, former gang member Jose Padilla should go free. He was accused of being involved in a plot to detonate a dirty bomb. Another federal appeals court ruled that Guantanamo Bay prisoners should have access to attorneys. If Virginia's rail system gets a facelift, it could mean significantly fewer tractor-trailers on Interstate 81. A state study says major improvements to Virginia's rail system could take 500,000 trucks a year off the highway. The State Department of Rail and Public Transportation commissioned the study. It suggests that $492 million in improvements could reduce tractor-trailer traffic on the interstate by 5% by the year 2020. Officials say I-81 typically handles more than twice the truck volume it was designed to handle. And sports, the teams taking part in this year's Stag Bowl hit the practice field yesterday. Steve Mason has more.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your end of the week early morning sports, which starts with Division III Gridiron news. Salem's 11th Stag Bowl pits Mount Union against St. John's in the Division III National Championship football game. Both teams practiced yesterday, and Travis Wells visited with both of them.
As the Salem Stadium staff put the finishing touches on the cold turf, both the Purple Raiders and the Johnnies were hard at work themselves. One team will polish off a perfect season with a win on Saturday, and for St. John's coach John Gallardi, it would be career victory number 414. The 77-year-old is college football's all-time wins leader. Throughout his 55 years on the sidelines, his philosophy has been simple yet strange, but most importantly, successful.
We think there are a lot of ways to get the job done, and our approach is probably, we describe it as winning with no's, which we have about 100 different no things, like tackling in practice, and I can't even remember half the no's that we have. No calling me coach, and no yelling, or no whistles, a lot of things like that.
What I take from it is that Coach Gallardi really helps his team to relax, and relaxed teams play well on Saturdays, on game days. And that's a lesson for all of us. You know, prepare for Saturday. Point toward the game.
While Gallardi's resume is the stuff of legend, Karras has quietly written his own legendary script. Since 1990, the Purple Raiders are the nation's best winning percentage, coming out victorious 96% of the time. They also bring a 55-game winning streak into Saturday's 31st Stag Bowl.
I would say his personality shows in the way we play. We're a team that is very precise in what we do, especially on offense, which he controls.
A crowd between 4,000 and 5,000 is expected for the Stag Party, which kicks off Saturday at 11. In Salem, Travis Wells, News 7 Sports.
Thank you, Trav. Renowned golf course architect Pete Dye has been commissioned to renovate Virginia Tech's River Golf Course, which will also include a practice facility for the Hokies. Jay Hartwig's team has been practicing at the Blacksburg Country Club. Bill and Alice Goodwin of Richmond made a sizable donation to the project. The renovations will get underway in January and be completed by May of 2005. To the court, the Roanoke Dazzle brought up familiar face back to the Star City yesterday. Forward Terrence Shannon played in 50 games last season, averaging 15 points a contest. He had been playing in the Philippines this season. Guard B. Elliott was released to make room on the roster. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for sports. In our next segment, we're going to celebrate the memory of a great man, a great strategist, a great coach, and a great friend in Bruce Mann, the Hidden Valley boys soccer coach who passed away tragically the other day. So I have that story in the next segment, folks. We'll see you then.
And now here's Brent with your Friday forecast.
Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, everybody. Temperatures all across the region very, very chilly, especially places like Beckley, 21, Lewisburg, 19, and then 18 in Hot Springs. Folks in the higher elevation have been seeing some gusty winds, so add that in, and it feels like it's in the single digits in some places. Still some snow showers out there. We're going to hold temperatures in place today with the cloud cover as well. Highs will only be in the low to mid-30s in Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Danville, and then only in the upper 20s, low 30s as you head through the mountains of West Virginia and in through the New River Valley as that large area of cold air remains in place. Well, here's what's going on. We have the jet stream that's making a little dip there, a trough, and we had a cold front that moved through earlier this week on Wednesday, and that allowed that cold air to move on in place. Then a couple disturbances have been moving right along behind that, giving us some snow showers, but you'll notice back behind that, not a whole lot going on, and that's going to mean a pretty quiet weather pattern once we get through this system later on tonight and through tomorrow. Still, you can see the clockwise and counterclockwise rotation of the area of low pressure that's moving off. Still snow showers mainly in the mountains. That's where the accumulating snow will remain today. Elsewhere, just some flurries, places like the Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg, and Danville. And then again, once we get past this, things will be very quiet for the beginning of the work week. Today, for the greater Roanoke Valley, mostly cloudy, just some flurries with highs in the low to mid-30s, and then some flurries tonight under mainly cloudy skies, lows in the 20s. Lynchburg, the same, variably cloudy with some isolated flurries possible, highs in the low to mid-30s, and then partly cloudy overnight, 24 to about 25 8 degrees for the overnight low. South side, some flurries not out of the question. And coating possible in some locations, and cloudy overnight, very cold. Much the same for New River in southwest Virginia, but you'll get a little more in the way of light snow, coating to a couple inches possible in the higher elevations. Mostly cloudy for the overnight with flurries and teens and 20s for the low. Highlands in West Virginia, winter weather advisory with periods of snow off and on today. Highs in the 20s and 30s, and then cloudy with snow showers overnight, lows in the teens to about 20 degrees. We'll gradually warm things up by Sunday, 42 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Looking great on Monday. Clouds increase with a chance of precipitation on Tuesday and Wednesday. And right now, Christmas Day looks pretty dry, but rather cold.
All right, 'tis the season for making holiday goodies, and same by a warm oven. I'll keep you warm.
That's true. Not my thing, though.
You're not a baker?
No, as we mentioned
I love to
earlier,
bake.
baking is science. And chemistry was the only class I ever got kicked out of in high school. So
I find that
therefore,
surprising.
Yeah, so what, that it's the
It was
only
the
one?
only
Yeah,
one.
that's what I figured. We are going to be talking about some tips to make sure that your baking turns out correctly. That's News 7 Morning Return.
This is Rick. He's been coming to Epic Pharmacies for 16 years? 16 years. Holy cow, big son of a gun, aren't you? That's all these years playing rugby. If Epic ever needs a bouncer, this is the guy. Why do you come here so often?
It's a hometown feel. Know everybody in here. You take care of me.
Rumor has it you take care of them, too. You bring a local catch of the day by from time to time?
When we go tuna fishing, we always bring it in for the guys.
Friendly bunch, these guys at Epic. Get to know your Epic pharmacist better and get back to personal service. Call 1-800-965-EPIC.
And we're right around the corner.
The perfection of a Hearts on Fire diamond. Now in a new shape, all but impossible to resist. Dream from Hearts on Fire. The new shape of perfection.
Exclusively at Ginger's Jewelry, Town Square, Roanoke, and Stradlin Farms, Christiansburg.
Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Chevy's wrapping up the year with 0% APR financing on most 2004 Chevy cars. Or get $4,000 total cash back on the Chevy Impala or $3,000 cash back on the Chevy Cavalier. Exclude special value package. The Chevy year-end wrap-up.
Wrap it up.
See your local Chevy dealer today.
Wrap it up.
What would you give never to miss someone? What would you do to make a long-distance relationship last? What would you pay to make a wireless call just to hear someone's voice? What's the value of never having to say goodbye? Suncom is only asking $29.95. Call Coast to Coast on the Suncom AT&T wireless network. Get a free Motorola phone, the Welcome Home America plan. We're Suncom. We're a member of the AT&T wireless network, and we get it.
Closed captioning brought to you by Carillion Health System. Smart ORs, smart care, smarter health.
Welcome back to News 7 Morning. I had the opportunity the other day to talk to home economist Mary Rappaport. We were talking about baking because this time of year, people who don't bake all year long just pop into the kitchen and figure everything's going to turn out fine. I asked her to tell me what the most common mistake of a home baker is.
Mismeasuring. People don't know how to measure. Example, this flour. Most people, it calls for a quarter of a cup of flour. This is what they do, and maybe they shake it off. That's wrong. What you have to do is scoop it very gently in there so you get a light filling of flour, overfill, and then scrape it off with a straight edge. That is a quarter of a cup of flour. When it comes to brown sugar, they also measure that. You have to pack it in as you're going. As you notice, this is on a piece of plastic, a piece of wax paper, so that if I get it all over the counter, that's fine, and then I can scoop it right back into the thing, and then overfill again, and then scrape it off. That's it.
When using eggs, you were mentioning to me that having them at room temperature helps. Why?
Exactly. They incorporate better into the product. Soak eggs in hot water for 5 minutes. They're room temperature. Separate them if you have to have yolks or white when they're cold, and then take the bowl of either yolks or white and put them in a bowl of hot water to bring them to room temperature.
Okay, let's go to butter, because we were talking about measuring, and this is something I do at home.
Yeah, a stick of butter is 8 tablespoons, and most people just cut off the tablespoons where they need it. But you can see what's happened here. The paper is wrapped incorrectly on here, so you're going to get the wrong amount of product.
And some people who are used to cooking may say, so it's a little bit more. Different story when you're baking.
Baking is chemistry. It has to be exact. This is not the time to put a little bit more of this or that in it. The other thing about butter, if it calls for butter, use butter. Don't use one of the light spreads, one of the whip spreads that has air and water, and that will definitely mess it up. Liquids, always use a liquid measuring cup, fill it, and then look at it at eye level to make sure that that's the correct amount. If you're using fruit, the fruit is right by here. Make sure you pat the fruit dry, because if you don't, you're going to end up adding all this extra liquid to your product.
And then over here, you've got a couple of cracked eggshells for a good reason, because I messed this up.
Yeah, if you're adding things little by little, you forget how many you do. But if you leave them there, this is a telltale sign you've had 5 eggs. The same thing if you're doing flour. Put a little dot here or there on the counter to know how many cups you've used.
I've done that before. Was that 2 or 3? If you would like more baking tips or you would like some baking recipes, you can go to our website, go to WDBJ7.com, click on the morning logo, and there you will find the link to some recipes. Coming up in a few moments, the recipes that are on there, we're going to use to show you how you can get kids involved in baking at the holiday season. That's when News 7 Morning returns.
Wake up, watch, and win with your hometown station.
Now here's your chance to win 4 tickets to see Bear in the Big Blue House later this month at the Salem Civic Center. Dial 1-866-WIN-WDBJ. 7th caller wins. Dial now.
Yeah, DQ's double burger and double cheeseburger are big, all right, which got us to thinking, how about a really big fry to go with them?
Here's your big fry.
Maybe not. The thick and juicy DQ double burger for 99 cents, and the double cheeseburger for just a little more. Do one. DQ something different.
It's 1st and 10 at the 2003 NCAA Division III Football Championship, hosted by the City of Salem and the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. The hard-hitting action takes place December the 20th at Salem Stadium in Salem, Virginia. To tackle your tickets, call 540-375-3004 or log on to ncaasports.com.
Did you know the air in your home can be up to 5 times more polluted than air outside? That indoor pollutants like dander can aggravate allergies and trigger asthma? What can you do? Get the Filtrete Ultra Allergen Reduction Filter. It's up to 30 times better than all other 1-inch filters at capturing airborne dust, bacteria, and pollen. And it meets Health House guidelines. If you don't take care of the air in your home, who will? Filtrete filters from 3M.
This season, get PowerLink, Adelphia's high-speed internet service. I did, and let me tell you, it's cool. Now I can send my mother pictures of my daughter's holiday dance recital in a snap. And I can even listen to my favorite music online while I'm doing that. I couldn't do all this on dial-up. PowerLink is really fast and easy to use. Do yourself a favor, order PowerLink. What are you waiting for?
Call today and get this special offer on PowerLink. Don't wait. This is a limited time offer, so call now. PowerLink, Adelphia's high-speed internet service. A better way to experience the internet.
This is News 7 Morning with Kimberly McBroom, meteorologist Leo Hurstbrunner, and Steve Pardon.
And you're watching News 7 Morning on this Friday, December 19th.
Only about 6 more days left to do some shopping, so You might want to get out there and do it. Today, is going to see some snow showers in some locations. Might not be the best place. Places like Smith, Tazewell counties, also through the Greenbrier Valley. For the rest of us, though, just some flurries kind of get us in the holiday spirit. But cold temperatures all around. Highs today only in the low to mid 30s here in the Roanoke Valley, and 20s as you head into the mountains. Will gradually warm things up by the time we get to Sunday with abundant sunshine.
Yeah, good shopping weather this weekend.
That's right.
It's very important. All right, thanks, Brad. A week-long trip to the Middle East ended with some tense moments for 6th District Congressman Bob Goodlatte. The plane carrying Goodlatte out of Baghdad yesterday took evasive action after equipment detected a possible missile launch. It turned out to be a false alarm, and the Roanoke Republican says he was encouraged by what he witnessed in Iraq. Goodlatte traveled with 5 other members of Congress to Afghanistan, Kuwait, and Iraq. In a conference call with reporters yesterday afternoon, he said he believes that coalition forces are making steady progress with the security challenge there.
One of the strongest indications of that is the fact that the attacks, which are still going on, although they reached a peak during Ramadan, and they're now below about half of the number of attacks that were occurring each day during Ramadan.
Goodlatte said he also enjoyed the chance to visit with many Virginians who are serving in Afghanistan and Iraq, including Doug Richards of Roanoke, an airman stationed in Baghdad. 2 years after Roanoke's downtown New Year's Eve celebration was canceled, another outdoor event is in the works. Event Zone is promoting Midnight on the Market, a gathering to be held the night of December 31st in the parking lot behind Billy's Ritz. Organizers describe the event as a party, whereas the former First Night celebration was more of a festival.
It's going to be very casual, very inexpensive. It's for the public that don't want to put on a, ball gown and tuxedo and spend a lot of money. Just people that want to throw on their jeans and come down and have a good time and not stress out.
Organizers of First Night canceled the celebration in 2001, citing leadership changes, problems finding volunteers, and money issues. The event typically drew about 10,000 people. Lucas says she hopes Midnight on the Market will draw at least half that many. So something else to maybe put on your calendar. It's busy time.
And you need to start those plans now.
Yes.
See, I'm the guy who on New Year's Eve is going,
what am I going to do tonight?
What am I going to do tonight? Okay, you don't want to do that. If you would like to know what to do tonight or perhaps tomorrow night, if you're interested in hearing some live music, well, we have some ideas for you in this week's Weekend Preview. Tonight and tomorrow night, Voodoo Circus plays at Daydreamers. The number's 985-9267 if you need more information. Daily Grind in Roanoke tomorrow night features the new Roanoke Jug Band. 342-5525 is the number. Howlers in Salem tonight features The Work. Tomorrow it's TK 421. 389-0917 is the number at Howlers. Green Dolphin Grill tonight features Active Ingredients. Tomorrow night at Border Ride. 857-0688 is the number to Green Dolphin. The Rex Theater in Galax tonight features the Never Too Late Bluegrass Band from 8 to 10 p.m. Admission is free, but donations are always accepted. The number's 276-238-8130. Catalanis, if you happen to be in Lynchburg, features The Switch tonight. Tomorrow night, it's the E.G. Peters Band. The number's 434-846-3206. The Coffee Pot here in Roanoke tonight features Scott Jeffries Band. Tomorrow night, it's Loud Clangin' and Bangin'. 774-8256 is the number there. The Club here in Roanoke features the Tom Zapato Band tomorrow night. The number's 343-6751. If you happen to be in Floyd, you may want to check out Oddfellows. One of our favorites, Scott Perry, performs tonight. Tomorrow night, it's Billy Miller. The number's 745-DINE at Oddfellows. If you have entertainment information you would like to see on the Weekend Preview, let us know. Send it to P.O. Box 7, Roanoke, Virginia 24022 0007, or you can email the information. Send it to me at spardon@WDBJ7.com. That's a look at your Weekend Preview. News 7 Morning. We'll be right back.
Wake up, watch, and win with your hometown station. Congratulations to today's winner on Wake Up, Watch, and Win.
From our family to yours, happy holidays from the Duncan Automotive Network.
One good thing about living out here is you've got room for any kind of animal you want. Show 'em, boys. Well, no matter what animal you've got, we've got what you need to keep it in blue ribbon form. Out here, we take care of our friends, no matter how many legs they've got.
River Ridge Mall. It's a great holiday place. The elves have magically transformed River Ridge Mall into a holiday wonderland of twinkling lights and sparkling packages. This holiday season, enjoy the convenience of one-stop shopping at River Ridge Mall. With 85 stores, hundreds of brands, and thousands of selections, it's a great shopping place. Got last-minute shopping to do? No problem. River Ridge Mall has great people with great ideas that'll make filling your list a breeze. Or there's the most popular gift of the season, a River Ridge gift certificate.
Whether you're looking for the big sound of hip-hop or the smooth sound of jazz, you want your car stereo system to deliver the most dynamic sound possible. At Audiotronics, our experts will put you into a high-performance audio system with cutting-edge technology to deliver the ultimate in sound. From CD and cassette players, to the newest XM satellite radio system, to mobile video and navigation systems. We're Audiotronics, your only stop for non-stop music. Across from Tanglewood Mall, Roanoke.
News 7 Weather School is brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop a train.
Well, if you didn't get any snow last night, don't be upset because there are a lot of folks who never see any snow, but folks in Florida did see some one time. In fact, record snowfall. How much snow fell in 1954? Was it a dusting that caused record snowfall, 4 inches or 8 inches? We'll have the exact answer coming up in just a second. Some snow falling across Southwest and parts of the New River Valley as well, anywhere from a coating to 2-3 inches. And even higher in some of the elevated areas. We'll continue to see some periods of snow, but back behind that, things will gradually clear out for the rest of the weekend. Let's check back in with your weather school question. In 1954, a storm in Florida created record snowfall amounts. How much snow fell? We use that dusting term lightly around here after what happened a while back.
Yeah.
See, now they threw me off because I thought that was going to be I'll say dusting anyway.
Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say C, 8 inches.
You're going to say C? It is actually 4 inches. 4 inches of snow fell. So Florida got lucky that day. 4 inches doesn't seem like all that much.
But it is a lot down there.
That's true.
I think it's time for Christmas break for weather.
I think so, too. I think I've gotten all of them wrong this week. It's not good. All right, thanks, guys. Here's looking out today's top stories. Just hours before he was scheduled to die, convicted killer James Reed was given a reprieve. Last night, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay of execution that was issued by a federal appeals court on Wednesday. Today, jurors began hearing testimony in the sentencing phase of Lee Malvo's trial. Yesterday, the sniper was convicted on 2 counts of capital murder. And getting Virginia's rail system back on track could significantly reduce tractor-trailer traffic on Interstate 81. A new study says it could take 500,000 trucks off the highway each year. And that's what's making news on this Friday, December 19th. News 7 Morning. We'll be right back.
Well, hello, my little love schmuffin. What? We could make beautiful breakfast together, eh? Wait! Fresh coffee, hot breakfast. I always heard the English word shy.
When the money's running low, even your holiday expenses can become a really big problem. Call Check and Go, where you can get a cash advance today, and we'll hold your personal check until payment is due. Check and Go, where payday is any day. When you're short on holiday cash, even a simple task can be completely overwhelming. Call Check and Go, where you can get a cash advance today, and we'll hold your personal check until payment is due. Check and Go, where payday is any day.
Magic City Ford has found a way for you to finally drive the car of your dreams. Did you know that you can drive this Mustang for only $5 a day?
Only $5 a day?
And you could drive this Mustang GT for less than $7 a day. $7 a day? I'll take it. And you could drive your whole family in this limited three-star for less than $375 a month.
Wow, that's a great deal.
At Magic City Ford, we won't be undersold by anyone.
It's Schul. Last-minute holiday gift ideas. All of Schul's home appliances and electronics are reduced for the holidays. Like this JVC digital camera, just $198. How about an RCA 52-inch HD TV for the family, just $16.98? Or this Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerator and range package, just $13.98. With name brand selection like JVC, Sony, RCA, Frigidaire, and in-house financing. Last-minute holiday gift shopping is simple.
Schul's, everything for your home today.
Oh, check out the new hottie. Baby, Mia, I think I've died and gone to breakfast.
Fresh coffee, hot breakfast.
She can bring home my bacon anytime.
Covering your hometown from newsrooms across the region. This is News 7 Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 7 Morning on this Friday. I'm Kimberly McBroom.
Hey, good morning. I'm Brett Watson for meteorologist Leo Hirschbrenner on a very chilly morning.
Yeah, last weekend before Christmas, a lot of people last-minute shopping to do, and how's the weather going to be for that?
Well, it's going to be pretty good, especially later on this weekend. So if you're doing some shopping, especially places like far southwest Virginia, might be a little nasty to get out there this morning, but as the weekend progresses, things will look pretty good. Temperatures across the region very cold this morning. 21 Beckley, Lewisburg coming in at 19, 16 at this hour in Hot Springs. For the rest of us, we're looking anywhere from the mid to upper 20s and some low 30s, and that's about where we'll stay. Not expecting a big time warm up with clouds sticking around for most of the day.
All right, thanks. In the news this morning, James Edward Reed got an extension on his life just hours before he was scheduled to die. Reed is the convicted killer of Annie Lester, an 87-year-old Christiansburg woman. A federal appeals court issued a stay of his execution on Wednesday. Last night, just 2 hours before he was scheduled to die by lethal injection, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay. Reed is arguing that lethal injection constitutes a form of cruel and unusual punishment.
It appears to be an illusion now that lethal injection is a very peaceful, nice process, when in fact it's beginning to appear that it's anything but. What we're learning is that it's a horrifying process involving somebody being absolutely paralyzed and slowly feeling the tremendous pain of suffocation and death while being unable to communicate.
The U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear a case similar to Reed's in June. Reed's future will likely hinge on that outcome. Jurors will decide the future of Lee Malvo now that they found him guilty in last year's sniper attacks. The jury found the teenager guilty on 2 counts of capital murder. Today, jurors began the sentencing phase, which will determine if Malvo lives or dies. The judge is allowing family members of sniper victims to talk about their loss. Bob Myers lost his brother Dean, who was fatally shot at a gas station. Malvo's accomplice, John Muhammad, was convicted in that murder.
We are extremely pleased with the verdict, believe that justice has been served, and we appreciate the opportunity now to move into the sentencing phase.
During the penalty phase, defense attorneys are expected to describe Malvo's abusive childhood, something that could win sympathy with the jury. Witnesses say 2 American soldiers were killed when a U.S. military tanker truck exploded today on a road outside of Baghdad. They say it was a homemade bomb that blew up the tanker, which also wounded an American soldier. However, the U.S. military hasn't yet confirmed anything. Television footage in Iraq showed clouds of black smoke rising from the tanker about 20 miles outside the capital. The Bush administration says it'll challenge 2 rulings by 2 different courts. First, a federal appeals court ruled that President Bush has no authority to hold U.S. citizens as enemy combatants, and for that reason, former gang member Jose Padilla should go free. He was accused of being involved in a plot to detonate a dirty bomb. Another federal appeals court ruled that Guantanamo Bay prisoners should have access to attorneys. It's a plan that could take 500,000 trucks a year off Interstate 81. A state study says major improvements to Virginia's rail system could make a major difference on the highway. The State Department of Rail and Public Transportation commissioned the study. It suggests that $492 million in improvements could reduce tractor-trailer traffic on the interstate by 5% by the year 2020. Officials say I-81 typically handles more than twice the truck volume it was designed to handle. Roanoke's Neighborhood Revitalization Initiative is taking what's old and making it new again. Those on tap for a facelift are the Gainsboro and Gilmer Avenue neighborhoods in northwest Roanoke. Last night, residents gathered for an informational meeting at Lucy Addison Magnet School. They heard how the city has already spent more than $6 million making improvements between Jameson and Bullitt Avenue in southeast Roanoke.
It's an improving community, and it's a community that, with the assistance of the other neighborhoods in Roanoke and the city administration and council, is beginning to take back its former glory days.
To accomplish that, residents can apply for no-interest loans to help fix up their homes. The city also plans to buy vacant lots and fill them with new houses. Other improvements include easing traffic, increasing green space, and providing grants to area businesses.
It really does a lot for the neighborhood, and it improves the overall appearance of the city from Hotel Roanoke up to St. Andrew's Catholic Church.
The city plans to spend nearly $20 million in the Gainsborough-Gilmer Avenue areas. Construction is set to begin this summer, and the entire project will take nearly 3 years to complete. In sports, Miguel Tejada slipped into a Baltimore Orioles jersey with his name and the number 10 on the back. The Orioles put their new shortstop on display yesterday. Tejada, who won the 2002 AL MVP award with Oakland Athletics, agreed to a $72 million 6-year contract on Sunday. Now let's take a look at the scoreboards. Brent's talking about more snow showers in the forecast.
That's right. For some places that have already seen snow, others not really all that much. Just some flurries out there. Down live right now, Franklin County High School, 34 right now. The temperature, humidity at 61%. Plenty of snow as you head to Appalachian Ski Mountain. Folks are making some snow, and they've had some Mother Nature snow, and temperature right now 22 degrees with 74% humidity, no rain, but some snow showers. Let's check out some of the totals from across the region. Really haven't been all that impressive, mainly along the western slopes, places like Smith County, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches in some of those very high elevations. In the lower elevations, 1 to 2 inches. Mercer County, West Virginia, on some of the western slopes, picking up anywhere from 2 to 4, and then Narrows and Giles County, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So a wide variety of snowfall totals. Not really a major snowstorm, but still enough to cause some problems. We'll continue to put the school closings and delays on the top of your screen as they become available. Area of low pressure continues to move off, and that's what's causing the snow showers. That cold front moved in earlier and has the cold air in place. You can see that counterclockwise rotation. These will continue to move on, moving through the New River Valley, places like Giles County, Pearisburg, into Wytheville for the rest of the day. Not really a constant, but just periods of light snow, and some of them may contain some heavier amounts in some of the higher elevations. But again, not a major storm. We'll continue to see this rotating around, and it will gradually move off the coast tomorrow. We do have a couple winter weather advisories. Places like Lewisburg and Bluefield, all the areas here in yellow, and then the areas in blue are under a winter storm warning. That has been extended through tomorrow morning because that's where the bulk of the snow is going to take place. Let's check out the forecast broken down by regions for the greater Roanoke Valley. Just some flurries today with highs in the 30s, overnight lows in the 20s tonight with a few flurries possible. Lynchburg and Central Virginia, much the same, just some flurries throughout the day. Very cold tonight, 24 to about 28 for the overnight low. South side, very cloudy with flurries, highs in the mid to upper 30s, and then mostly cloudy and cold overnight with lows in the 20s and 30s. For New River and Southwest Virginia, mostly cloudy with some light snow possible, coating to a couple inches, highs in the 20s, and then mostly cloudy with just flurries tonight, lows in the teens. Highlands and West Virginia, weather advisory with periods of snow. Highs will be in the 20s, and then overnight lows in the teens tonight. 7-day planner looks cold for the next couple days. We'll actually warm things back up on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. Monday looks great, 50 with lots of sunshine. Then our next chance of precipitation comes on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, this is the time of year when your sweet tooth goes into overdrive.
That is correct. A lot of things go into overdrive. Eating-wise,
oh, yeah.
You can eat and eat. And maybe you want to get the kids involved in all those aspects, maybe doing some cooking. But if you want to get the kids involved in baking, we have some easy ideas for you coming up on News 7 Morning.
News 7 Weather Report is brought to you by Mattress King.
Wake up feeling good.
Mattress King guarantees nobody beats our deal. Shop any department store, furniture store, or any other mattress store, and the best deal is at Mattress King. Mattress King offers free bed frame, free delivery setup, and removal of old bedding.
Nobody beats the Mattress King deal. I guarantee it.
When you wake up with the king, Mattress King, wake up feeling good.
From the moment you enter Fink's Jewelers, you know you are somewhere special. Discover Rolex, Cartier, Tag Heuer, Mickey Joe Pearls, Raymond Weil, and David Yurman. But the real specialty at Fink's Jewelers is our superior quality diamonds. Come see what Fink's Jewelers has in store for you.
Welcome to Jiffy Lube. Looks like you could use some air in that tire.
I'd like my oil changed, wiper blades, a taillight bulb, and yeah, my tires checked.
You're a duck.
You can do all that?
I don't work alone.
When it comes to taking care of your car, one person isn't enough. At Jiffy Lube, we give you a team, the J-Team. If you want your car to run like a well-oiled machine, trust it to the J-Team. At Jiffy Lube, the well-oiled machine.
Stop by on every Wednesday for Crazy Day, $19.99 oil changes.
We have 19-inch, we have 27-inch, 36-inch over here, flat screens, plasmas.
What do you think?
Wow. This is the loveliest house I've ever seen.
Wait till you see the TV room.
Get over 200 channels for only $19.95 per month, plus 5 pay-per-view movies and 2-room installation free.
Welcome back to News 7 Morning. It's Friday, December 19th, 2003. Folks are celebrating a birthday today. Happy 99th to Ellen Dickerson of Blacksburg. Congratulations, Ellen. Shane Preston of Penhook turns 11. Happy 41st birthday to Roy Pagans of Hardy. Hayden Wood of Lynchburg turns 1-year-old. Happy 51st anniversary to Milton and Katie Robertson of Eddington. Ashley Bland of Roanoke turns 16. Rachel Breedlove of Buchanan turns 8. Happy 50th anniversary to Harmon and Elizabeth Akers of Bradford. Priscilla Isherwood of Roanoke turns 64 years old today. Happy 3rd birthday to Jenna Camden in Natural Bridge. A couple sharing the same birthday today, Mr. and Mrs. George Thompson of Fincastle. Congratulations to them. Sam Odie of Fincastle celebrating today. Dottie Dillon of Union Hall is celebrating a birthday as well. Happy birthday to Linda Wood in Christiansburg, and Tom Riley in Churchville turns 55 years old today. Remember, if you are celebrating a birthday or sharing a wedding anniversary, please let us know at least 5 days in advance. Send the information along with a picture to P.O. Box 7, Roanoke, Virginia 24022 0007. And remember, when you send along a picture, don't forget to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. That's how we get the picture right back to you. Today on News 7 Morning, we've been doing some holiday baking. I was speaking with home economist Mary Rappaport the other day, and I asked her to tell me how possibly you get the kids involved in the kitchen.
This is the time that you can get kids involved all the time with Christmas baking, holiday baking. It's easy, it's terrific, and it gives you bonding with the children and creates memories.
We have your 2 grandkids here. Tell me what your first grandchild's doing there.
Seth is making meringue kisses or forgotten cookies. These are the ones made with just egg whites and sugar, and they're really easy because it's just 2 ingredients, and then you put them in a Ziploc bag and squeeze them out onto a baking sheet the way he's doing. Seth, why don't you go ahead and then show how you put the sugar on them afterwards. Go ahead and put the sugar. After you've got them squeezed out, then you sprinkle either some kind of, this is raw sugar, and then also some colored candies.
And then do those need to be baked?
You bake them in the oven for 10 minutes, and you turn the oven off for about an hour or 2, and that's why they're called forgotten cookies.
Okay, so
terrific.
So we've got an easy thing for children to do there. Tell me something I'm more used to seeing over here. I can remember making these as a kid.
Exactly. Now, these are a special cookie dough made with sour cream that I have the recipe for. I would suggest that mom makes them ahead of time, or grandma makes that ahead of time if the kids aren't really used to cooking. And then let the kids go ahead and shape them into X's and O's for hugs and kisses. After they roll them out, And then, Isaac, why don't you go ahead and put the topping on top?
Just take a little bit of egg white, right?
A little bit of the egg white and sprinkle the egg white. You actually paint the egg white on top. And what this does is it helps it be shiny. It makes the cookie really shiny. And also the sugar sticks to it.
These are two pretty easy to do recipes. What's the most important thing to remember when you're trying to get kids involved in some baking?
Very important things. Food safety is very important. Make sure they wash their hands. Make sure they keep everything clean when they're doing it. Make sure they help you clean up. Also, safety in the kitchen. Make sure they don't burn themselves. Be there with them. And then choose age-appropriate recipes that they can achieve with and they can be proud of serving.
Speaking of recipes, if you would like the two recipes that you just saw those young children making, you can go to our website. Go to WDBJ7.com, click on the Morning logo, and there you will find the link with the recipes and tips on baking and ways that you can get kids involved in the kitchen. A good way to get kids involved in sports is maybe to take them skiing. If you want to know what the conditions are this weekend, I'll give you the ski report.
The Ski Report is brought to you by CMT Specialty Sports.
Rebecca here at Pink Eye not long ago. It's a tragic story. Rebecca, what happened?
Well, I had Pink Eye, and I needed a prescription, and it was after closing time, and they stayed open just to serve me.
Epic Pharmacy stayed open just to serve you.
Just for me.
We're different because each Epic Pharmacy is independently owned. Find out why that will make a difference to you. Call us at 1-800-965-EPIC or visit epicrx.com. They give you a pair of these to wear?
Absolutely.
Because you got to protect your eyes, yeah. Oh, you look fantastic.
You too.
Thanks.
From our family to yours, happy holidays from the Duncan Automotive Network.
This Friday and Saturday, it's the big Goodies Bag and Save sale.
Santa's got a brand new bag.
Get your bag in Thursday's paper, and Friday and Saturday save an extra 20% store-wide. Pick your bag you save on all your favorite brands. The Big Fill, open till midnight this Friday and Saturday at Goodies.
From our family to yours. Happy holidays.
Don't miss Goodies' huge fall and winter clearance. Take an extra 30% off all 00 ending merchandise and save 58 to 79%. It's huge fall and winter clearance this Friday and Saturday.
Closed captioning brought to you by Carillion Health System. Smart ORs, smart care, smarter health.
This is News 7 Morning with Kimberly McBroom, meteorologist Leo Brennan, and Steve Pardon.
And welcome back to News 7 Morning. It is Friday, December 19th.
Still some snow showers out there in many locations this morning. If you're doing some traveling, should be in pretty good shape up and down the East Coast. A few light snow showers in our nation's capital with temperatures today in the 30s. Very breezy in Chicago, could cause a couple problems there, but very chilly, 28 there. And then as you head down towards Atlanta, increasing sunshine with highs in the 40s.
All right, thanks, Brent. Here's a look at what's making news. Just hours before he was scheduled to die, convicted killer James Reed was given a reprieve. Last night, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the stay of execution that was issued by a federal appeals court on Wednesday. The jurors began hearing testimony in the sentencing phase of Lee Malvo's trial. Yesterday, the sniper was convicted on 2 counts of capital murder. Getting Virginia's rail system back on track could significantly reduce tractor-trailer traffic on Interstate 81. A new study says it could take 500,000 trucks off the highway each year. A man has been charged with murder following a shooting in Roanoke. 23-year-old Edwards was shot to death while sitting in a car outside of her apartment on Bennett Drive around 4 o'clock yesterday morning. According to police, 2 hours before she was killed, Edwards obtained a warrant against 26-year-old Carl Lamont Richardson, saying that he had threatened to kill her. He was arrested a few hours after the shooting and is being held on murder charges at the Roanoke City Jail without bond. Nisha Edwards was a student at the Bahama Beauty Careers Academy, and school officials say she'll be missed.
Well liked by the students and seemed to have a lot of friends here. Obviously, from the reaction of everyone this morning, you know, she was very well liked and seemed to be a very positive type student while she was here.
An acquaintance of Edwards, 22-year-old Sean Webb, was wounded in the shooting. He's in fair condition at Roanoke Memorial Hospital. If you're a coffee drinker, don't throw away those canisters. They can be reused for storing holiday treats.
And we'll learn how to transform coffee tins into cookie tins in today's Doris Doodad segment. Doris,
good morning. How are you?
She is all set for the holiday season, and of course this is the last weekend before the holidays. The pressure's
That's true.
on.
Yes, it is. I know it.
And you've got a neat idea for storing some of those holiday cookies.
That's right. As Steve showed earlier this morning, the goodies that they made fit nicely into these cans.
They would.
The large ones are the large coffee cans. These are smaller. They're painted, excuse me, painted with no prime metal paint. You can put any sort of face on them as you like. As you can see on Santa Claus over there, his beard and eyebrows and what have you are nothing but torn rags of white fabric. The little caps I bought in one of the local discount stores. On the smaller one here, this is the sleeve of a sweater that I cut off and made a hat. And over here on this little paper, I used felt.
Now, what is the beak felt as well?
Yeah, that's a stiffened felt. And it's glued to the front of it for penguin. And on the front, the little baby food jars, I make hard candy, and you break it up in small pieces. And this is a nice way
of storing
storing it and giving it away as a, as a gift or whatever.
Where did the idea come from this? You had all these coffee tins left over, and did you do something with them?
Well, we drink a lot of coffee in my house, and
apparently.
And most crafters save everything. You know how that goes.
Exactly.
And I have in several magazines that I subscribe to, and they had the snowman, of course, this and that. You can also do a lot of decoupage, which I've done before on the show. You can use paper napkins. You can paint them first and put the paper napkins on and just paint over top of it until you get a real thick coat. You can just do all sorts of things with it. Just kind of let your imagination go crazy.
How long did it take to do these?
From start to finish, the time element here is letting the paint dry.
Okay.
Because this metal paint takes a little bit longer than your normal acrylic paints. But I do paint a bunch of them, set them aside, and then come back and give them. Now, your lighter colors, you'll have to give several coats because it does bleed.
Doris, thank you so much for coming in today. These are adorable. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You all do too.
Appreciate it so much. If you'd like to learn how to make these or any of Doris's doodads, just log on to our website, WDBJ7.com, and click on the News 7 Morning icon. In sports, Miami of Ohio won the GMAC Bowl last night. Steve Mason has all the highlights.
Hello again, everybody. We start this segment on the college football field. The GMAC Bowl, which hosted the highest scoring game in bowl history 2 years ago, had yet another late bowl popping shootout last night as Miami of Ohio took a 12-game win streak into its matchup against Louisville. This matchup involved two of the highest scoring teams, and they would show why in the first. Miami of Ohio's Ben Roethlisberger finds Michael Larker on a 27-yard touchdown passing score, 7-0. After a Miami TD run, Roethlisberger hits Martin Nance on a 12-yard touchdown connection, and it's 21-0. Louisville pulled to within 14, 21-7 on a short Lionel Gates run that crossed the goal line right there. But Ben notches yet another TD pass. This one a 16-yarder to another receiver, Matt Brandt. The score is 35-21 at the half. Final 49-28 Miami of Ohio in the GMAC Bowl. On to the NBA, where Kevin Garnett recorded his first triple-double of the season as Minnesota won its fourth in a row, 114-109 over Dallas. Garnett poured in 35 points to go along with his 10 assists and 10 rebounds. The Mavs led by a point with about 5 minutes left before falling to 3-9 on the road. For the season, Steve Nash and Antoine Jacobson combined for 23 of the Mavericks' 27 fourth-quarter points. Nash finished 27 and 9 assists. Jameson had 22. The Jacobs' 21st ECHL All-Star game includes one Express player. Center Dan Carlson was selected to the Eastern Conference All-Star team. 23-year-old collected 29 points, In 19 games for Roanoke, he is on call-up with the AHL Lowell Lock Monsters at this time. Roanoke prepared for the Kelly Cup finalist in Columbia without Carlson, but the Express is motivated for this game.
There's other reasons to play hard as well, too, knowing it's our last 3 games before a Christmas break, and some guys are looking forward to getting home and seeing some family members maybe coming to town and that sort of thing. So it's very upbeat this week, and we're going to work hard knowing that we need to get as many points as we can as well.
Hidden Valley and Cave Spring High Schools lost a friend, a mentor, an awesome strategist, and a great guy yesterday when Titans boys soccer coach and history teacher Bruce Mann died. Mann suffered a brain aneurysm this past Thursday at the UVA Medical Center where he underwent emergency surgery. Mann died in his sleep sometime between Wednesday night and Thursday morning. He led Spring to 5 straight Roanoke Valley District titles. After some time away from coaching, he took over at Hidden Valley and led the Titans to the state tournament in his first year of soccer competition. Mann coached many great players, including ACC All-Tournament Team Selection and former Cave Spring Knight, John Hartman.
He just had such a great spirit about everything, whether it was soccer, even at dad. He just always had high spirits about everything, was real enthusiastic, and it carried on to, like me as a player, I was more enthusiastic about playing.
Instead of flowers, the family has asked that people make donations to the Bruce Mann Memorial Scholarship Fund, which can be deposited at any trust bank or Hidden Valley High School. Bruce Mann was 48 years old and is survived by his wife Kim and sons Nathan and James. And he will indeed be sorely missed by the soccer community and us at WDBJ. Brucey will miss you. That's all the time we have for sports. Folks, have a pleasant weekend.
And Brent Watts is here with a look at our Friday forecast.
Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, everybody. Some folks seeing some snow showers out there this morning. Other folks seeing nothing, but everyone's seeing cool temperatures. 33 right now, Roanoke, 40 Charleston. Very cold air in place across the region. 36 Columbus and 32 in Pittsburgh. We'll pretty much stay where we are. We'll go a couple more degrees, but the cold air is going to stick around for today and through tomorrow. Enhanced radar view of the local NextRad showing some bright red, some of the heaviest bands of the snow showers that continue to move across the mountains. Some of the very lighter greens are areas that are seeing anywhere from some snow flurries to a coating. But again, as these move across the mountains, places like portions of the New River Valley and then far south West Virginia, we'll continue to see some heavier bands, which could put down anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches by the time we get into the late afternoon hours. Regional satellite continues to show clouds and plays, and it's clear skies back behind this little system that will continue moving off the coast, and we'll keep the clouds around for the overnight as well. Mid-Atlantic radar showing some snow showers still on the backside, so we're still not rid of those just yet. So expect to see some flurries here in the Roanoke Valley, snow showers in the New River Valley and far south Virginia, and then mainly cloudy overnight with light snow possible. Highs today in the 20s and lows in the teens. We'll gradually warm things up by Sunday with a high near 42 and lots of sunshine.
News 7 Weather Report is brought to you by Mattress Depot.
Would you love to love your bed? Let Mattress Depot help. Mattress Depot, the bedding specialist, has over 40 selections from the top manufacturers like Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. This allows us to custom fit your mattress just for you. We have the largest selection of name brands to give you more choices. With guaranteed lowest prices, free delivery and setup, and 12-month same-as-cash financing available. Visit Mattress Depot. With the largest selection of brand names, combined with our experience, we'll help you love your bed.
And you gotta make room for the food. We're doing it. Everybody knows everybody. Dynamite.
Their taste in music, questionable. Their taste in drinks, impeccable. Because